And then I'm just going to say thank you so much for giving your time up this afternoon. We're just going to spend 30 minutes running through the Pure21 program and help you understand in a little bit more detail what Pure21 is, where it originates from, and how you could take a more detailed look at it to understand how you could blend it in to your business. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Sue Thomas, and I've been in the wellness industry now for 18 years for my sins, previously as a personal trainer, and more recently as a nutritional therapist. And that more recently as a nutritional therapist, it was a deliberate move, because I was really in that position where some years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I realized that I needed to spread my risk, because I was just personal training. I did run some classes, but I needed to understand how I could make additional income, whether it was through creating packages, whether it was through creating online programs, whatever it was that I was going to do. I needed to make sure that I had the opportunity to create additional income to the income that I was creating, or that I was creating through my exchanging time for money, which is what I was doing as a personal trainer. So through exchanging time for money, I only had a ceiling of my income, and I wanted to understand how I could more effectively create income from a range of different things, whether it was working with lots of people in one go, just saying the same thing once to a group of people, or whether it was other options. So how I came across Pure21 was because I was, some years ago, I had a streptococcal knee infection, which left my intestine in bits, really, that I didn't really realize at the time. I had this streptococcal knee infection, ended up on 25 days of antibiotics, and fast forward 4 years, I was exhausted all the time. I was having to take a sleep in the afternoon. I had skin conditions, psoriasis all over my feet, a number of things going on, a really, really upset digestive system. And I knew I needed to get a bit more of a handle on my health, because I wasn't walking the talk anymore. I was a busy personal trainer, but I was no longer walking the talk. So I went to see my own nutritional therapist, and from that point on, went on a journey of healing my own intestine. And it took me about 18 months to get to that point where my intestine was working effectively again. Now, I'm not the only person that's had a course of antibiotics over a period of time, and I'm not the only person that has experienced those consequences that come from taking antibiotics. Lots of people don't realize that what they are experiencing can be traced back to previous health problems. And so when I had the opportunity to look at the Purify program, which makes up part of Pure21, I was really interested in it because it's a 21-day intestinal reset program. So for me, it struck a chord. I really wanted to know more about it. I looked into it more and realized that I could create something, a 21-day program, that gave me that opportunity to spread my risk and bring in other forms of income other than just my exchanging time for money. So here we are with Pure21. There is a group of us that use Pure21 within our businesses, and over the last 6 to 8 weeks, even longer than that, it has really become apparent what a support network we are. Through all of the chaos that COVID-19 brought for us, we were all each other, we were all keeping each other in the right headspace, in the right mindset, and really making sure that we were in a place to still be able to serve our clients and still walk the talk, essentially. So Pure21 is that 21-day intestinal reset program. We call it an optimal health challenge, and it is entirely done for you program. So it will give you the opportunity to basically create that multiple income streams. But in times like this, when we are unsettled and we don't know what the future is holding for us, what we need more than ever is something that allows us not to have all our eggs in one basket, to, as I said, to spread that risk, and to create, for us to be able to create our own stable financial future. The best way to create the future is to create it yourself, basically. So taking a bit more control, not having to lean on finding part-time roles, that kind of thing, and serving our clients in a much better way, in a way that we can help them really improve their health. But Pure21 goes beyond that. It goes beyond the serving element of it. It's also about learning more. It's about building your knowledge, about building your own self-confidence and self-development, to really make sure that you can be that best solution to offer your clients, to make sure your clients get the results that they're looking for. So over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to share with you and with my colleagues Sarah, Kerry and Emma, we're going to share with you what the microbiome is, what the Pure21 program involves, and how you can build it into your business. Pure21 really is a business in a box. It is a 21-day intestinal reset program, an optimal health challenge that resets the health of the microbiome. And you can see the Purify box there on the right. That is why we call it a business in a box. It is a completely done for you program. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to hand over to my colleague Kerry, who is a fabulous clinical hypnotherapist and nutritional therapist. And she's going to talk you through and help you understand just how important microbiome health is, and understanding how it really is the foundation to all health. So Kerry, I'm going to hand over to you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sue. Thanks for the introduction and welcome everyone. It's good to have you here. So as Sue said, my name is Kerry Madgwick. I'm a clinical nutritionist and hypnotherapist. I'm just really excited, I think, to be sharing with you this afternoon. So if it's okay, I'll share a little bit of my story, because I think it goes to show, you know, as Sue's had the same kind of situation of how important our gut health is. So I've been very fortunate in that I've had a lot of health challenges, but I've actually overcome them. And now I'm pleased to say that my health is, I can say, optimal. I think the important thing to understand is our health is never a one and done thing. So it's always something we're working on. You don't go to the gym on the 1st of January and go, okay, that's great, I've been for the year, I don't need to go again. And I think that's what I like about the program, is it keeps people accountable, and it's a lifestyle change, which I think is incredibly important. So the health challenges I suffered from ranged from spastic colon to ending up with skin cancer. And at one stage, I was in agony every day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was lying on my sofa in agony. I was sleeping 2 to 3 hours a night. And for any of you who know, you know, that kind of lifestyle is not a lot of fun, to put it really mildly. And if I hadn't been working for myself, I would have lost my job, because I couldn't focus. I was in pain. I was really struggling. I wasn't sleeping properly. And that has a whole host of impact, you know, on every aspect of your life. The one thing that I was absolutely certain about was that I didn't want to be on medication for the rest of my life. So that's when I started doing loads of research, and that's where I discovered, and I have to say at great cost to myself in time and money, that my gut health was the root cause of all my health problems. So like Sue, I went down the road of healing my gut. It took me over 2 years and hundreds, if not thousands of pounds, and taking supplements that, to be honest, actually made me more ill than made me better. But by the time I healed my gut, my life literally turned around. And that was one of the reasons why I qualified as a nutritional therapist, because I realized the impact of my gut health on my life. And I thought, if I can solve this problem and have a life-changing experience, then I can go along and help people to have the same experience. And I started talking about it, it was over 10 years ago. And when I spoke to my clients about gut health, they thought I was absolutely crazy, because someone came along and said, I've got eczema. I was like, okay, you need to fix your gut health. And they were like, really? So the thing is that they trusted me. And because of that, they healed their symptoms. So I saw clients from ranges of eczema to IBS and everything in between. So when I was introduced to Pure21, if you take into account my experience with supplements and how long it took me to heal my gut, my initial reaction was, no way, this is not going to work, because as I said, it was supplements and it was only 21 days and it took me over 2 years. But being open-minded, which I think we need to be now more than ever, and obviously my passion is always to help my clients get the best outcome that they can have. So I investigated the supplements, I discovered how they were manufactured and all of the science behind it. And Emma will go into that in a little bit of detail later on. And because of all of that, I tested the Pure21 program. That was over 3 years ago. I've been using it with myself. My family have all used it. My clients use it. And I have to say, the results still amaze me So as Sue said, here we are today to share this amazing program with you. And I think the bottom line is that most people are dealing with low energy, with brain fog, with thyroid issues, menopause, IBS, you name it. People are struggling with willpower, they're dealing with fad diets, with toxic lifestyles, and the list goes on. And you all know someone who either has one of those symptoms or probably 3 or 4 of them. And any of these illnesses, any aches and pains that you have, everything links back to your microbiome. Because I promise you, in all my experience and research, you know, there's research is going on in the scientific community now, just proving that gut health is the root cause of our illness. So just to explain, for those of you who don't know anything about the microbiome, I know loads of you do because there's been so much information in the press, but for people who don't, basically it's an invisible organ. We don't see it, but it is on us, it's on our skin, it's in our ears, our nose, our eyes, everywhere, and it's inside of us, obviously in our gut, which is where most of us would associate the microbiome with. So we're dealing with 40,000 species of bacteria, 5 million species of fungi, 300,000 species of parasites. And at the end of the day, we're actually only 10% human. So we are more fungi, parasites, and bacteria than we have human DNA cells. And we have billions of organisms in each drop of fluid in our colon alone. So we literally are dealing with millions of organisms that live on us and in us and control our health. So genes are actually only responsible for less than 1% of all disease and illness. And our genes change their expression depending on what is happening internally and externally and around our cells. That then creates how our genes work. So our health is controlled by our microbes. And as I said, that's our internal and external environment. And these influence our genes and not the other way around, as we had been led to believe for a number of years. So the biggest issue that we face, as you can see, is our lifestyle. There's a lot of stress, particularly at the moment, lack of sleep, toxic personal care products, our environment. We live in a very toxic environment. Our nutrition, processed and packaged foods. We have over farming. We have food that's traveling miles to get to us, held in cold storage for months, and therefore loses its nutrients. And all of this has a negative impact on our microbiome health. So our microbiome alters how we store fat and how we utilize sugar. So it has an impact in our weight, how we balance levels of glucose in our blood, how we respond to the hormones that make us feel hungry or full. And the gut signals the brain for sugar. So as you can see, the wrong microbes actually set the stage for obesity and stress. So once we fix the gut, we'll fix the problem. So most of you might know that over 2,000 years ago, Hippocrates, who is the father of modern medicine, claimed that all disease began in the gut. And now modern mainstream science and medicine is finally catching up. They've stated that microbiome medicine will be the medicine of the future. And there was an article in the Daily Mail just yesterday about the role of microbiome health. And that was specifically relating to COVID-19 and why people were suffering from COVID. Those who were suffering more with COVID-19 was because they had an altered and compromised microbiome. But not only that, in our general health. So the British Medical Journal has recently published the following, and they've said that low bacterial diversity has been increasingly observed in people with IBS, arthritis, diabetes, eczema, obesity, and arterial stiffness. So as you can see, we talked about all of those symptoms, and it impacts everything. So it's just understanding actually our microbiome is the most important thing in our lives that is controlling our health, and most people are ignoring this. It's not a fad. It'll be a game changer for you and your clients. It's not something that's going to come and go, and in 3 years' time we're going to say, oh no, you know, we can't do this diet, we've got to do something else. It really is a game changer. And the idea is to help you, to help your clients to have access to greater microbiome health. I always say you wouldn't build a house on a rocky foundation. So you need to start building your health with a solid foundation, and you start that by healing your microbiome. So I hope that's given you a little bit of a basic understanding of the microbiome and how important it is. But now I'm going to hand you over to the lovely Sarah Andrews. Sarah is a Pilates instructor, and she's going to share her story and tell you how Pure21 has changed not only her life, but also the life of her clients. So over to you, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Kerry. I loved listening to your story there. That was great. I'm very pleased to be here to share my story too, as to how I've implemented the Pure21 program within my existing business. I was originally trained and worked as a PE teacher, and then I had some chronic back issues which led me to discover Pilates. This is many years ago, and it helped me so much that I actually decided this was something I wanted to do and to share it with other people and help them in the way that it had helped me. And of course, I loved being self-employed as well, so that was another sort of reason for making the switch. And I had a similar epiphany with nutrition, because although I had a reasonably healthy diet, actually I had sort of a couple of chronic issues, health conditions. I had all my life I've had eczema, mainly on my hands, but it can be on other parts of my body as well, and also digestive issues, a bit like IBS. So I started to learn a little bit and take interest in nutrition, but it wasn't really until the Pure21 program came out that I really resolved these issues in myself. And that, a bit like wanting to share the great method of Pilates with other people, it was the same with Pure21. And what's so great about the system is that it fits in really, really well with what I already do. And my clients are all motivated to look after their health, which is great, but sometimes they too have these underlying health conditions which can interfere with their ability to really get the most out of their Pilates sessions. I have one lady who's had really bad IBS to the point where she wouldn't actually be able to come to the class. So I suggested she did the Pure21 program, and since then she's not looked back. Of course, her life is much easier, and of course her Pilates really has come on leaps and bounds. I had another client similarly with joint problems. She had a really bad shoulder problem, and she was booked in for a cortisone injection because it was so painful. In the meantime, she decided she'd give Pure21 a go, and after the 3-week program, she was able to cancel off her own bat the cortisone injection. She said, "I simply don't need it anymore. My joints are not sore." But she couldn't believe that there was a connection between the microbiome and the joints. So clearly there was, and she was delighted. So my clients are very, very pleased to hear about other ways that they can improve their health. And so offering and signposting them to the 21-day Purified program is a really easy way for me to do that. It's also helped me to improve my own work-life balance, because it's all very well when you're younger, running around doing endless classes in different locations, but as you get older, you realise that actually that's probably not the way you want to operate anymore. So I've been able to take the decision to drop some of the classes that I did before, and to do that without a lot of income, because of the fact that I'm gaining some income from suggesting and recommending this program to my clients. Okay, so if we go on to the next slide, you'll see that it's a complete program that's provided for your clients, and also we have lots of help for you as well. So the package for your clients is really, really comprehensive. It is very, very clear and simple for them to follow. So the main part of the program is the Purify kit itself, which is a clinically trialed program of organic products, sort of like nutritional boosters, which your clients will add into their diet. And of course, we encourage them very much to eat very clean, and to cut out things like alcohol and caffeine and processed foods and sugars and things like that. So we're doing it alongside a recommended eating plan, and all the information for that is in their client handbook, which they can view online. Either you can send it to them, or they can join a Facebook group, a specific Facebook group for people who are undergoing the Pure21 program. It's a really great group, and a lot of people love being part of a group. and sharing their experiences of being on this program. And I don't know about any of you, if you've been doing Zoom classes, those of you who are fitness teachers of any sort. And it quite surprised me. I thought my clients would like to watch me demonstrating the exercises on Zoom, but actually when they're in a Zoom class, they like seeing all the other people in the class. They like that feeling of being part of a group. And it's very much like that in the Pure21 Facebook group. There's also a really great playlist of videos that Sue put together with all the information that your clients need, and lots of encouragement each day for them to watch the video and learn about what's happening to their gut and how that's impacting on their health throughout the 3-week program. So there's a recipe book in there as well, and there's a guide how to take the products and when to take the products. Really importantly, there's a wellness questionnaire. So we do the questionnaire before the program starts to get a sort of baseline of how people are feeling, and then we revisit that at the end of the 3 weeks, and so that your clients can then really see how they've benefited from doing the program. That's a really encouraging thing for them to do too. And then, of course, we've got the support for you, because you know, you probably feel this is new to you and you need some support as well. So we have a really comprehensive ebook, which is a coach's blueprint. And in that book, there are lots and lots of bits of information, but also lots of clickable links where you can then go off and explore different areas of information as and when you need to do that. So it's all there for you in one place, really easy for you to access. But of course, as well as that, we have a Facebook group just for you, just for people who have clients who are doing the Pure21 program, to encourage you and to support you as you go through this process too. And of course, you have your own personal mentor. So the person who recommended that you watch this video, they will become your personal mentor and hold your hand through the process. So it really, really couldn't be easier. Very, very time efficient, as Sue said. It's lovely to have an additional business from my point of view that doesn't rely on me exchanging time for money, and it doesn't require a huge amount of time and input from me to support my clients through the program. So I hope you found that beneficial to listen to my story. And we're now going to listen to Emma Batchel, who's a yoga teacher and a well-being coach, and she has got lots and lots of experience of doing this program too, so she's going to expand on some of this information. So over to you now, Emma, and I know we're going to look forward to hearing a bit more. Thank you.
Emma, you need to unmute yourself.
There we go. All right, we're all unmuted. Sorry, I just started speaking and hadn't realised that I was still muted. So hello everybody, and I was just saying to myself then, thank you Sarah, great information, and it's been really lovely to hear everyone's stories, so thank you for that. And I would just like to say thank you to everybody for joining us this afternoon. I run a thriving health and wellness business, and yes, you did hear me correctly, even over the past 8 weeks with social distancing, I've been able to keep my business going thanks to my multiple income streams. Bringing Pure21 into my business was the best decision I ever made, not just for my clients' health, but for my own physical health as well as my financial health. This isn't the first time that I've needed to rely on this secondary income though. In 2017, I had a skiing accident and I broke my leg. Not great for a personal trainer and a health and wellness coach. So whilst I couldn't see my yoga, my Pilates or my PT clients, I continued to have an income stream thanks to these fabulous programs. In 2018, my son, a teenager, had a football accident which required major knee surgery. So once again, I found myself in a position where I needed to take time out from seeing my clients, looking after him and taking him to the many physio and hospital appointments that he had. And now again in 2020 with COVID-19, You know, I'm really grateful that my income has actually increased through Pure21, as my clients over these last 8 weeks have been looking for solutions to boost their gut health and their immune system. And as Kerry said, even today, there is an article about the possible link to poor gut health and COVID-19. So never before has there been an opportunity to help your clients in such a big way and really help them to improve their health and solve their health issues that they may be having. So just coming back to the slides now, what else does Pure21 offer you as a coach? So we have ongoing regular educational masterclasses in nutrition. And this is a fabulous way to build your own knowledge. So even if your nutritional knowledge isn't necessarily great at the moment, you will be fully supported with that nutritional education. We have regular face-to-face and online trainings, although obviously we haven't had the face-to-face trainings over the last few weeks, but we had been hosting online trainings for some time. So it was an easy transition for us with social distancing. We were already used to the world of Zoom. We have access also to an inspiring group of over 100 wellbeing professionals from many different parts of health, wellness and fitness. You have your own personal mentor to assist you with the implementation of the program into your business. And I know Sarah and Kerry and Sue, we've all found it really easy to fit Pure21 into the existing businesses that we have, and we all have different businesses, so it really is a simple program to implement, and we will help you to do that. Self-development, confidence and knowledge building, and I have to say, being part of this fabulous community over the last 8 weeks has kept me sane. You know, I've spoken to other health and wellness coaches, and you know, it can be quite isolating, especially if you're self-employed, but to have the support of the group, as I said, has just been phenomenal. And for my own self-development, it's been amazing as well, you know, prior to just these last few weeks, but that ongoing support there. And we have full support to create a new income stream. So we will again be there to help you on your journey and how the program and the income stream can best fit your specific business. And also future-proofing yourself and your business. As I was saying, you know, over these last few months, it's not just about future-proofing our health, but also I can't say it, I've got someone else's teeth in, future-proofing your income as well. And so let's now have a look at Pure21 and what it actually is. I know Sarah's given you some information already, so there might be some crossovers, but it's always good to hear it again. So Pure21 is a program of clean eating, so there are no fatty diets or meal replacement shakes, just good clean eating. It's really not complicated. We add in targeted nutrition to reset the health of your intestines and elevate your health to a new level. This is obviously you and your clients. We have 5 organic products that you can see on your screen. So we have BioMDT on the, I'm not sure whether I'm mirror imaging you at all, but honestly, anyway, I won't say where they are, but you can see them. So we have BioMDT, BioShake, we have ProArginine, we have Body Prime, and we have BioActive. So 5 fabulous products here, all delivering key gut healing nutrients which are designed to reset the health of your intestines and truly elevate your health. I won't list all the ingredients, but just to mention the key ones. So we have zinc, we have glutamine, magnesium, inulin, basilicus coagulans, plant-based protein and fibers, and a product which cleans and supports the cardiovascular system. So really good deliverer of nutrients that are going to heal the gut and elevate your health and upregulate the gut bacteria and increase the diversity, which is obviously very important. We want to be increasing the diversity of our gut bugs and tipping the balance. So we've got lots of healthy gut bugs in our intestines. Importantly, all of the raw materials are highly tested, over 600 different tests for heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, etc. And these tests are ongoing throughout the manufacturing process, so we can be assured that there are no contaminants in the end product, which is really key when we're looking to help support people's health and reduce internal inflammation. I absolutely love this program. I love these products, and so do my clients. Those clients that I've worked with, that we just could get them, you know, to the 80%, as Sue was saying, and there was just that 20% that wasn't happening. And with the program, we've been able to get them on track, get them where they want to be, get everything functioning efficiently, and elevate their health to that pinnacle of wellness which we're all looking for. I also love the fact that the Pure21 program has been clinically trialled on humans at the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation, and we have the clinical data available to us, backing up this science, which is hugely important. And I know, obviously, when people are looking at a program, these are all things that they want to be reassured of, that what they're recommending to their clients is going to be super, super good quality. And I'm really pleased to have been able to find them. And as I said, to improve my health, but not just my health, the health of my clients, and provide myself with an additional income. So we're going to go back to Sue now. So Sue, I'm going to hand it back to you, and I will just mute myself.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Kerry. I really appreciate your input, and just from a complete transparency and authenticity perspective, it was so important to have other practitioners in the industry talking about Pure21, because I could tell you all about Pure21 because I essentially created the program, but it's not about me, it's about you, and it's about how you can serve your clients. So Pure21 is a business in a box, and it will create you stable income through difficult times. I have seen my income increase over the last 9 to 10 weeks as a result, like Emma said, of clients wanting to take more control of their health and really start to think about how they can prioritize their health going forward. And for me, one of the biggest things is the fact that we are all on the same wavelength. We are a network of wellbeing professionals who have serving our clients at the center of everything that we do. So we are about supporting each other, about supporting our clients, and making sure that we can get them the best result. To your first investment in Pure21 is a Purify kit, which is £199, and that will get you the kit that you essentially would follow yourself in the first instance, so that you can communicate from a place of confidence. If you want to deliver Pure21 as a part of your business or as a completely new section of your business, it's about understanding how it makes you feel so that you can talk to your clients, and that clients trust you. They want is that you're doing the results that you get. They're following you for a reason. So if you can have done it yourself and you can come from a place of confidence, share your experience widely, you will find that people will say, and I found this at the beginning, people were saying to me, what is it you're doing? I want to do that too. And that people buy from people, and they buy from people they know and trust. And your clients are working with you because they know and trust you. So if you found what you, if you heard, sorry, if you found what, if you liked what you heard, right, Emma, I can't get my teeth in either. I think it's lockdown. It's sending our brains to mush. If you like what you heard, do go and talk to the person that invited you to the webinar. They will give you all the support you need and help you understand how you could potentially bring this into your business. Or you could have a look at more detail at pure21.co.uk. That is our vanilla website that you can send clients to have a look at Pure21. They can download videos on there, and anyone that downloads videos just goes onto a generic mailing list that we communicate Pure21 with. So it's a little bit of marketing for you as well that you don't have to do, but it's a website that you can use and point and signpost clients to should you wish to. It really is a done for you program. It really is a business in a box, really quite literally. You get your Purify kit in a box, you get your client handbook, and as coaches you would get your coach's blueprint as well. So if you want to know more about the programme, do go back to the person that introduced you to this webinar, have a further conversation with them, find out more about it and see how it would fit within your business. Hopefully, we will see you in that Facebook group doing your Pure21 at some point over the next few weeks, and looking to create all those different residual income streams, because that is what it is about in the future. We are needing to stop exchanging time for money and start creating income streams, but income streams that are authentic and serve our clients in a way that we would want someone to serve us, basically. So thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We really do appreciate it. If you've got any questions, just go back and have a chat with the person that introduced you. Thank you for listening in. Appreciate your time, and hopefully we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.